Hey everybody, so today I figured this is after Thanksgiving and I thought pretty much everybody's sick of turkey. So today we're going to be making hip hop pizza. And that's our recipe for today. And this is a real simple recipe. You can't get a much easier recipe than this. So here's our blueprint. All of you should have this recipe. Remember, like I said, I gave you guys that binder so that you can put all these recipes in them and make a special tab for it. It says recipes on it. And whenever you are on your own and you're needing to be able to cook for yourself, you can always refer to these in the future. Okay, so let's read our blueprint off. What are we needing for our hip hop pizza? So we need pita bread. And this is pita bread right here. Okay. Now, let me take some out of the package. This is just a flat bread. I don't know if any of you have had pita bread before, but you can see it's kind of got a crust on both sides, and it's flat, obviously, just like a pizza. The thing about this bread here is that why we're using it is because when you put pizza sauce onto the bread, it's not going to absorb the sauce. So in other words, it's not going to soak the sauce up and go into the bread. Because you can use, if you didn't have pita bread, you can use regular bread. You could use regular sandwich bread. You could use a French toast type of bread or a French bread, a baguette. If you wanted to use that, you could do that. Just remember that if you put the sauce in it, those types of breads are gonna soak it or absorb it, and it might just kind of like go through the bread, so it may not hold up. So that's why we're using this, because it's already, like I said, it's got a crust on both sides, and it's not going to be as absorbent as some of those others. Okay, so we have a pita. We have pizza sauce. Now, if you don't have pizza sauce, you know what? You can use tomato sauce. You can use tomato sauce. You can use spaghetti sauce. You can use you can pretty much use whatever you want. Enchilada sauce will work if that's what you have. And all it's going to do is just make it a little bit more spicy. Okay, if you're using the enchilada sauce. So, but this is pizza sauce. I have cheese. Now, our blueprint here calls for mozzarella cheese, but I don't have any. So you can use any cheese you want. This is just shredded cheddar cheese. If you don't have shredded cheese, remember what I told you? You have block cheese. Well, you know what? And you have a grater. Grate some of the cheese until it's shredded, so that you can shred it, spread it on top of that. If not, just cut some slices off, real thinly, and lay it on top of your pizza. No big deal. But you can use cheddar cheese. You can use, here's Parmesan cheese. I'm not going to use this today. I'm just showing you. We have Parmesan cheese. There's that they call the Mexican blend cheese, which is it's the cheddar and the white cheese, like the Gojita cheese or something like that. Is put in there. Even if you just had cheese sticks, like if you had a string cheese, which is mozzarella, basically, and all you have to do is peel it. Don't just throw a stick in there, because that's not going to work. But peel it, string it out, and then just lay it across your pizza as you need it, however many when you want it, if that's what you have. The idea is that we're using what is in our refrigerator, not having to go to the store, just to buy special ingredients. Okay, so we have our various cheeses. Now here it says pepperoni slices. Now my son will not eat a pizza with pepperoni on it. It's not his favorite, and my daughter doesn't like pepperoni on her pizza either. She's a quote-unquote vegetarian, so you can put, and I'm not putting it, all I'm doing is a straight cheese pizza. But you can put olives, You can put any sort of vegetables like broccoli or cauliflower on top of that. You can even just do onions and put onions on top of that if that's what you want. You know what? If it's something that you really enjoy, you could put like some shredded turkey or chicken chunks on there. You could even do pineapple, right? Canadian bacon and pineapple, that's a very popular pizza. Olives and mushrooms, that's a popular pizza. It really comes down to an individual taste and what you want on your pizza. This is all about you. You decide, okay? And then of course we have a baking sheet. So we have our baking sheet right here. And then we also have a spoon, okay? Those are all the tools that we need. Now of course if you have a can of pizza sauce, you are going to need a can opener. I've already pre-opened it, just so you know. So, just as well as, let's go back. Remember, I've already pre-washed my hands. I don't have gloves, I don't have a mask. If we were working in a pizza place, we would have to be wearing those right now. So, you know, but for yourself, as long as you wash your hands, I think you're really good. You'll be okay. Okay. So let's start constructing our hip hop pizza. So we're just going to dip in here with our sauce, and we'll just start in the middle, and then we're going to spread it out. Now this is really, it's just subjective. It's how much ever sauce you want. Okay, some people like their pizzas really saucy, and some people don't. Okay, so I'm thinking like 2 tablespoons, that's pretty good. So you see that? And I'll put that on my napkin. So if you see that right there, hold the pizza, hold our shell. As you can see, it's pretty well covered, and there's a pretty good amount of sauce on top of that. Right? And then we take our cheese. And I'm just gonna, spread it out. Just spread it out on top of our pizza shell. Simple. Let me be a little bit more generous with the cheese because I don't want to be chintzy. Okay. And there you go. There is our cheese. So right there, there's a cheese pizza. Now, the next step is where you would do the various toppings if you wanted to do toppings. And like I said, you could even use another type of cheese if you wanted to mix up cheeses. You could use, this is shredded Parmesan, but if you just had spaghetti cheese, the Parmesan cheese that you sprinkle on top, use it. There's nothing wrong with that. But back to the toppings, you could, like I said, you use olives, so you just, if you have sliced olives, use sliced olives. If you always have whole olives, then you're going to take a knife and you're going to probably only take one or 2 olives and just slice them up on top of your pizza. All right? Or if you have like broccoli, and you like broccoli or you like cauliflower, then you're just going to take a little broccoli spear off, and then you're just going to, or flowerette, and you're just going to break up that little flowerette, that little spear of broccoli, and just kind of sprinkle it all around on top of your pizza. All right? So, like again, it's subjective. It's what you want. It's what you feel like you want to eat on that particular day. Now, next step, and you can go either way on this. Okay, you can put it in the oven, but not on this plate. All right. Okay, you don't want to put it on you don't want to put your plate in the oven because the styrofoam will melt and that'll ruin your pizza. So you can just put it right here, and then we'll take all our cheese and we'll just put it right there, and into the oven it goes. Boom, just like that. And we'll wait probably about 15-20 minutes or so, probably not even that long, maybe 10. Maybe until the cheese is melted down and it's good melted down. The second way that you could do that, if you wanted to, which you could use your styrofoam plate, is you put it in your microwave. And so you can pop it in your microwave, okay? Hit your buttons, hit however I'm going to say probably for melting cheese, you're probably, well, with this microwave, you're probably looking at about maybe a minute, minute and a half at most, so that it thoroughly heats everything. You could do it that way, okay? Just as a point of reference, I personally like it out of the oven better. It takes a little bit longer, but good things come to those who wait, right? So what we say, we always have to have our patience, and so we have to be calm about wait things out. So, because in the microwave, it doesn't really, I don't know, it just doesn't taste the same. It doesn't really taste like a pizza, okay? So, just so that you know, the oven is not on. I just wanted to demonstrate that you put it in the oven. And now, if you take it out, remember, just don't reach in there, right, and pull out your cookie sheet with your pizza on. Always have a oven mitt or some sort of hot, an insulator like this. So what you're going to do is you just reach in here. Probably don't know if you guys can see that or not. Is you reach in there, you pull out, and then you have your pizza, and the pizza on your cheese would all be melted. And like I said, you're looking at probably about 10 minutes. It depends on your oven. You probably would set your oven at 400 degrees. If you wanted to do that, always make sure that, after you're done, that you turn your oven off, okay? That's always important, because you don't want to leave it running. And then after you're done, you're going to let it cool down just a little bit. But remember, this is hot, but you've taken it out. And I understand, this is just cold, and this is not hot, because it's not hot. But we're pretending that it is hot. So if this is a hot surface, you just don't want to just throw it on top of this counter, okay? Because the counter, if you have nice countertops, you might scorch them. Sometimes the counters can't take the heat. If you have like a stone type of countertop, which they could crack. So you don't want to do that. So always make sure you have some type of a cooling rack, or a towel, or something to put your baking sheet on top of, so that you don't ruin your countertops, okay? And then let this cool down just a little bit before you jump on it to go eat it. Just remember, like I said, good things come to those who wait. And so we're just going to wait this out for maybe 5 minutes or so. It's kind of let it and then you're going to get your plate. What do I do with the plate? Dirt. All right. And then after it's cooled, your sheet's cooled just a little bit, you're probably going to want to use a spatula or something. You might just be able to pick it up. I mean, I would be able to pick it up, but that's me. And then you could eat it like that. Just eat it like a big pizza. Fold it and eat it if you wanted to do that, but you could do that if you want. Because, when you eat a New York pizza, you get this great big slice of pizza, and what you're supposed to do is kind of fold it like a sandwich and eat it like that. So you could eat it like that, or you can cut it, and if you say let me show you. Do I have it? Oh, okay. You have a pizza wheel, right? And the pizza wheel spins. This is very sharp, so just be careful. I mean, that's careful. And then you're just going to roll through your pizza and cut up your slices if you want to do it that way. If not, and you don't have a pizza wheel, you might be able to use a knife, but remember, you might cut through your styrofoam plate, so be careful with that. If not, then maybe a pair of scissors. And I'm not talking like paper scissors. You're going to want to use this type. These are like kitchen scissors, okay? And you don't want to cut your plate. Anyway, that's all there is to making our hip hop pizza. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you enjoyed this film, and we will be talking about this tomorrow. All right, see you later.